අත ගන්නට මගේ සෙනෙහස අයදින්න එපා.
Yeah, that was a nice music. So today is another day, I bet. I don't know what you think about this day, but it is a new day. A new day given as a gift to enjoy. Maybe the days are for experience of the blessing. The days as it is opening up from the early morning. Some are, we call them A, human. Me, I am B or C, or later on human. It is not easy to to wake up when you are drowned in your own mindset. But maybe each day is for counting blessing along the way. I think that we are reminded in our turmoil and I think we are in some way reminded of the opposite of what we experience. So, what are we experiencing? I think we are drained down. We are drained down. We are fatigued. We are getting tired. We are getting exhausted of life. Life is so hard on us. So we gravitate to the negative side of life. But what if the days when the sun is shining, opening up for us every day so we can see the day of light, the light of the sun is lighting, it's shining its light on us so we can see. That is a pure blessing. What is a blessing? Days of blessing. Days of blessing. Count your blessing, count them one by one. Ba-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. La 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 la. I can't remember the I have the record. I have the big black vinyl record. Count your blessing. Count them one by one. That is the deal, my friends. Don't go into despair. Next day, I'm telling my friends, because I have this experience. When I have experienced something very traumatic, for that can happen. You shouldn't, by counting blessing, you shouldn't ignore the hardship of life. You shouldn't act as they don't exist. That is very superficial way of dealing with things. To look something straight in the eye is very very maturing to look something straight for what it is. We try to define everything, also what we fear. So the fear is a reality because we make up determinations out of experience. We make up something will happen because this and that happened way back. But you see, when when the sun is rising above the horizon, so we can see it's a brand new day. The sun doesn't fear the circle of itself. I don't know whether it's the sun or the earth that is circulating. It seems to be a circulation. So many people have the fear of the next day. They want to go to sleep and sleep forever. Don't wake up. Because the hardship of life is too much. And I don't want to naysay those people that are tormented by life. And I think that many Christians have this hang on that you need to receive salvation or something. I'm not into that at all. I don't want to go into religious or spiritual answering, because it doesn't root itself into reality. If that was the case, everything that you are tormented by is because you lack some spiritual abilities. And I think we suffer from spiritual disabilities. I think that's the case, because to see the light of the day is a kind of a spiritual enlightenment, that we can start over again. We can continue starting over again. Days of blessing. We know, everyone, that the night will come. The night will come and we will have to end what we did. And that is a blessing too. You see, the night and day is a polar opposite of each other. And if we can have a view on our experience, that we can try to turn our bad, tormenting experience into a different perspective, that we have a broader view, a deeper view on what we feel, what we consume of this tormenting status. We can turn it around and see what is the other side of this. Can this serve something very profoundly good? If this is real, how can I turn this around to be a splendor of light? You see, I think many people think that boredom is not good. I agree to that. Boredom it doesn't feel good. But what do we do when we are bored? I think boredom is the mind's enslavement of apathy. Boredom. How come I came to this boredom? If it was not some mental breakdown. It's another way of saying that you have a mental breakdown, or you are in an apathy state. Your intentions. There is no intentions. There is no drive. There is no urge. Just limbo. I think if you knew your kind of personality, your explicit quality, you don't need to go up high. You can start today. That is the blessing I'm talking about. You can start today because it is promising to start today. If you start next year, there will never be such a start that you could start now. Start now. Don't feel bad because you have to start something. Feel blessed that you can start your abilities. Even if you are crippled, you can start. Because it always sits here in the mind. And making nutritious food is making your body happy. It's all the happiness you can feel, all the blessings you can feel, is because of good nourishment. If you nourish yourself with bad stuff, you have an internal bad feeling. That is the first very common, very obvious understanding of feeling bad. What did you eat today? What did you eat today? If you only have coffee, which I have, not that I only drink coffee, but if you only take coffee, how good will you feel after 3 hours? Not good. And in my case, I wouldn't even be able to work with only coffee. It's so hard on my stomach, yet I'm still drinking. And if you eat ice cream, only have ice cream and coffee. It's so tasty, but you feel bad. That is the brainless act of a human being, because we want to entertain ourselves, we want to enjoy ourselves so much that we don't consider working for it, enjoying the moment now. What is it? What is that all about? Not being minded of today's presence, of the blessing I can take as a gift, receive as a gift. I believe in God. I believe in God. And they say, you don't need to talk to the seed while it's put in the ground in order for it to grow. They say, you don't need to do some extraordinary acts in order for the apple to come out of the flowers. It happens by itself. It is forced to do it. You don't tell every bee to go here and there. No, it is it's what the bees are doing. It's the order of the nature. It's the order of things. How it's made like that? It have to be something very divine, very profoundly divine, more divine than we can even imagine, because it is so profound, deep in nature to do what we are doing, to do to the insects, for the animals, to do what they are doing. It is so engraved in their anatomy and in their what I can say, in their way of life. So they do what they do, and off it sprouts fruits, new fish, new cows, more milk, and so on. You see, the blessing is there already. It is in everything. And if you see the days as a blessing, you will become a blessing, because you turn this turmoil that you are enduring. Every time Israel have undergone turmoil, it seems to bloom. It seems to bloom. Every time the terrorist attacks Israel, they are building new homes as a blooming flower. Look, we are surviving. Look, we are living. We are for life. We are not for this death entity. We are for life. So if you want to see some blessings, look to Israel. This is a nation spread from every corner of this world. If you can call it corners, it's stated in the Bible, is from every corners. So it means that even in the smallest corner of the world, there will be a Jew. There have been a Jew, because they try to hide in the corner. Don't kill me, don't hunt me, I will hide here. Even though they had to do all these escapes from the enemy, they are back. They are really back. And after 75 years as a state, enduring war after war, they are a blessing. They have become a more blessing today than ever before. That is the blessing of the day. They are attacked. I read Borsevius' book, that in the early stages before Israel was established, Borchenius, I think he was a Danish author, that focused on how the people of the Jewish people survived, how they could survive it. The ship, the boat from Germany escaped to Palestine, and it was hijacked, and it was stopped, and they had to go back. It was called Exodus. They were sent into the concentration camp by the British. But during this establishment and places where the Jews were living, in Eretz Israel, Eretz country. They were attacked daily by Arabs, even though the Arabs worked for them. They got a salary. Still, they were attacked by the same people, by the same hooligans. Now, look to Israel now. All this work, all this attempt of peace, land for peace, yet the Palestinian doesn't care about the land per se. They don't care about the land. They care only about getting rid of this Jewish state. So, Israel is a nation united in turning around and do the best out of the situation. That is look, who would we be after being slaughtered, after being persecuted, after being converted by force? If not, you should die. To the Christianity. The Christians have no good track record regarding the Jews, yet they are praising. Now some Israel friends are praising them, because I think they got the Holy Spirit that have some different voice than the lies of the church today. All the lies. How can a people, how can a human survive lies after lies on them? There are so many lies about the Jewish people. They are so badly labeled. And as I have this feeling that even Norway have this agenda, let us go take the Jews. It's a crazy world. Now today is a crazy world. But I believe, not because I am a false prophet, it will be days of blessing if we turn and do the good things. Do good. And by doing good is to be a blessing. It's a blessing to do good. You will be the blessing. So turn into Christianity and get the answer you need to be saved. It's not my turf. It's not my domain. It's not what I really can say. Because it seems to be so superficial that the reality of the turmoil doesn't exist. For me, the turmoil does exist. I take it dead serious. But we have to turn it around. We have to be smart about our situation. Be smart. When you are enduring something like suffering, that you are suffering, it's okay. It's okay to say you are suffering. Don't deny the facts. To deny the facts is only the naive and stupid idiots that do. But to accept the facts is a way of understanding the facts. If you accept what is happening, is to understand also the way you handle it. So in order to change that, you need to understand. in order to change how you take certain things, you need to understand. And that is a pattern. We are blind. We are more blind of our patterns, our way of doing things, because it seems to continue the wrong things that we are doing in order to fix the solve the problem. But that is that is a no-go. I wish to continue this road by lighting the candle every day. That is my religious belief. I believe behind everything, as many Jewish are saying, behind even the bad stuff, God accepted it. God accepted what was happening to me. Maybe it is to give me more blessings. In the end, look what happened to Job. He was receiving more blessings than ever before. Look what is happening to Israel. They are receiving more blessings than ever before. You see, the cow, it was stated many years ago, maybe in the 70s, that the cows from Israel, the tomatoes from Israel, was so much, the milk of the cow was so much more per cow than any other comparable cows. Even the tomatoes were so big and fruitful, so sweet, than any other comparable tomato, and so on. And harvest was greater than any other kind of harvest. So you see, to be a blessing, to receive such a blessing, you need to do the right stuff. And I heard some kibbutzes that was doing some growth, plants. They kept the Shabbat. Well, it was obviously hard, because you have to accept that you don't do any labor or work or cutting grass on Shabbat or Pesach or Easter or every 7th year you have a year off. You don't do any during this 7th year. I don't know if it's 7th or 50th. Maybe it is this Shemitah. And they kept it. And they were not hit by the Siberian winter. The harvest, the plants didn't frost. It was not spoiled by frost. Only those that didn't care about those holidays were hit by the frost from Siberia. So you see, there is blessings even through hard days. Believe what I can say. Believe that in this tormenting hardship, there is a blessing. There is a promise of blessing. Don't condemn. Don't do wrong. Don't revenge yourself. Don't hit back. Just do what is right, and you will be blessed. Okay, this is the end of the video. I said my part, and I wish you a blessed day, and be in peace.